The victory at Trenton revived the rebellion, but belief alone could not sustain an army. The winter of 1777 at Valley Forge nearly destroyed Washington's force. Nearly 12,000 men encamped in freezing conditions without adequate food, shelter, or clothing. Disease spread rapidly. Thousands died, not from British fire, but from hunger, exposure, and illness. Washington walked among the camps daily. He saw the suffering with his own eyes. He wrote furious letters to Congress, demanding supplies and accountability. He resisted political efforts to remove him from command and refused to abandon the army, even when doing so might have protected his reputation. It was during this brutal winter that Washington's greatest strength became clear. He brought in Baron von Steuben, a Prussian officer who imposed discipline and structure on the army. Drills were relentless, standards were enforced. When spring came, the Continental Army was no longer a desperate militia. It was a professional fighting force. The war dragged on for years. Washington avoided unnecessary risks, choosing survival over spectacle. He waited for the moment when patience would matter more than boldness. That moment came in 1781. British General Charles Cornwallis fortified his army at Yorktown, Virginia. Washington saw an opportunity few others recognized. In a remarkable display of coordination and secrecy, he marched his army hundreds of miles south, while working closely with French allies. French naval forces blocked Cornwallis's escape by sea while Washington's army closed in by land. On October 19, 1781, Cornwallis surrendered. The Revolutionary War was effectively over. Washington now stood at a crossroads faced by few men in history. He commanded the army that he was admired across the colonies. There was no strong government to restrain him. In Europe, victorious generals often seized power. Many assumed Washington would do the same. Instead, he did something extraordinary. In 1783, Washington traveled to Annapolis and formally resigned his military commission before Congress. He surrendered his authority and returned to private life at Mount Vernon. King George III reportedly remarked that if Washington truly did this, he would be the greatest man in the world. Washington believed his duty was finished. Once again, he was wrong.